We have an FDA warning to tell you about this morning. The government agency is encouraging families to limit their children's exposure to a chemical that is found in thousands of household products. CBS News correspondent Kelly Wallace is here with the details. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Maggie. Well, for years, some mothers, environmental groups, and some scientists have been warning that bisphenol A, commonly known as BPA, is unsafe and can lead to cancer, diabetes, and other diseases. Well, now in a shift in the agency's position, the FDA is saying the chemical is of some concern. But as we found out, limiting your exposure to it isn't so easy.
The FDA announced on the basis of new studies that can test for subtle effects that while BPA is still considered safe, it now has some concern about the potential effects of the chemical, especially on the brain, behavior, and prostate glands in fetuses, infants, and young children. The American Chemistry Council says BPA is safe.
What's important to remember is that the FDA indicated that BPA has not been proven harmful to children or adults, and that if they believed it was unsafe, they would have issued stronger regulations.
Lunchtime.
In a non-scientific early show experiment, I ate a sandwich made from canned tuna, which consumer groups have found to contain BPA. Shortly afterwards, I had my blood drawn. For the next 2 days, I tried to live a BPA-free life, during which I tried to avoid all foods in cans or plastic containers. Then I had my blood drawn again. My serum samples were shipped to the lab of University of Missouri professor Fred Vomsaal.
What did you find in my first result?
Well, the first set of blood that you gave us had high levels of bisphenol A in it. It's over 5 times higher than what we find on average in women in the United States.
After my BPA-free diet, Vomsaal said I was much lower than average.
How convinced are you that elevated levels of BPA in people's bodies can lead to cancers, heart disease, obesity, and early puberty?
I and other colleagues of mine at an NIH meeting said with a very high level of confidence, we think bisphenol A is a threat to human health.
And it is hard to avoid BPA because currently manufacturers aren't required to label products containing the chemical.
And it's in so many things that we encounter every day. So in the meantime, what are we supposed to do?
It is. Well, a couple of things. If you can restrict your use of canned food, that's probably a good thing. You know, most baby bottle manufacturers now only create bottles that are BPA free, which is a good thing.
Does it say BPA free on it?
It does say BPA free. A lot of plastic containers, if there's a number 3 or 7 on the bottom, it means it does contain BPA, so maybe restrict your use of that. But then there are some things we found out. Even recycled pizza boxes contain BPA, so you can still enjoy your pizza. Again, everything is relative and in moderation.
Thank you, Kelly.
Sure.